how to make money or very easily farm some gear on Gray Zone Warfare. This is a beginner's guide. It is a very easy, very hassle-free route that only requires you to progress very minimally in quests in the starting town, just so you can find the required keys. And once you do have those keys, for the first half of this video, I will show you a very easy, quick, and quiet profitable run. And the last bit of the video will be a little gear run that requires no keys. It's very close to the main base and is also very easy and stress-free. There should be no players to get in your way, and honestly, there should be nobody trying to contest you for it. But remember, this is very much for beginners. Don't expect to get like 10k a run. I am also now under 20 subscribers needed to get to 1,000. So if you could be a babe, please hit that subscribe button, okay? Help me get to my goal of 1,000 subs. I would very much appreciate you. Now, without any further delay, let's get right into the video. The keys you're going to need are going to be all the Kyun Vang Sa keys, and it's going to be the UNRWA office key, lumberyard maintenance room key, and town hall finance department key card. Those are all the keys you're going to need for this run. And you're going to start it off by taking a heli, flying it all the way to Charlie 1. That's where the run is going to begin, and start off at the criminal hideout and the hilltop villas. Now, as you approach the criminal hideout, there will be AI on the main road and guarding the criminal hideout villa. So make sure you're careful. You don't just run in straight blazing. Make sure you take your time and you clear out so you don't die. Generally, it's a very easy clear. Also, make sure to loot all of the dead bodies, including the AIs and the non-AI bodies that you find on the street, because these guys can very often have very good valuables hidden in their pockets. And this is what this is mostly right now. It is low gear, max valuables. Make sure to look around as you enter the actual area of the villa. It's hard to see some AI because of the uphill walk up and tall grass. I've never found anything remotely useful outside except little items or a bandage, so I wouldn't bother with that. I would go straight in and go for the gearboxes. You have the UN firearm box, and there's also a UN gearbox. Make sure you do look around on furnitures and shelves and stuff like that, because loose items do spawn and you can find things like trackers. And trackers are nice to use and they sell for good money. After we are done with this villa, we're gonna turn left and then we're gonna go hit up the other two villas that are going to give us all the juice. There is AI guarding those two, so be careful as you approach. Don't get killed. Kill them and clear them all out, and then you can make your way and loot the left and end of the road villa. Also, again, do not forget to loot the AI, especially the ones around the villas. They seem to have a higher chance of having good valuables in their pockets. These are the two villas you are going to loot. Like I said, it's going to be the one on the left and the one at the end of the road. The first villa is going to have a civilian chest upstairs. You can find valuables in that. And it's going to have a duffel bag as well as a metal box, and these usually contain a bunch of nice valuables, and as you can see, also trackers on the shelves. Now to the last villa, and it's pretty much the same deal. Look at the shelves, make your way upstairs. There's 2 floors in this one, and you're gonna have another metal box with valuables in it. The next room will have another chest. These chests honestly are not too great. You can find good stuff in them, but most of the time I find hats. We're gonna make our way up to the last floor, and same deal in the last room, another metal box full of valuables. And then there's also this briefcase, which I usually forget about, but this one is way better than the actual civilian chests. The next stop after we're done with the villas, because this will be it for this little area, we are going to run down to the town hall. Now, town hall can be a little bit dangerous, so as you do approach, make sure you are careful and you clear out the AI properly. Then you're gonna get in there, go straight upstairs and check out the table in the big room. That table usually has a phone on it to grab. There's also this back room here, but I never really find anything useful here, so usually I don't even bother going inside. And this is the door and the room where the code is, right on the desk. You can see the sticky note right there, and there's also valuables on the desk. Make sure you grab them, and more stuff in the shelves. This room is pretty nice. Please don't fucking press the button on the radio, okay? Just leave it be. Next thing is you're gonna then make your way downstairs, and you of course are going to open the key card room so you can get to the safe. Once you're in there, you just go up to the safe, you type in the code from the sticky note, and it is all yours. And after that, since these places are on the way to our last portion of the gear run, I just like to hit out these places with the keys I have, because they have some loot crates, some gun crates, and sometimes, especially the ones at the medical water tower area, that room specifically usually has some nice juice in there. So as I said, on the way we hit up lumberyard, we go into the office, open those crates. This is one of the rooms I usually wouldn't mind skipping, because honestly most of the time there's just nothing really good in here. I found more poop than I have useful items that I actually felt the need to take back with me. So if you're running low on space or anything, this isn't like a room you should feel like you need to check, but you can always find some good stuff. Those GSHs are pretty much, I think, meta when it comes to headsets right now. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. And right across from the lumberyard is the medical water towers area, and in that room, like I said, I have found some pretty good juice more than once. Honestly, I don't think even once I've been disappointed opening that room, so I think this room is definitely worth checking out. I found some nice guns and attachments and even armors in here, and even loose loot that was pretty nice. Now, last part of the run is mostly for the gear side of this run, and this requires no keys. You don't need anything. You just go to the convoy side and you loot up the gearboxes. You have one at the checkpoint right here, and then as you continue, you are going to find the convoy that has been attacked and destroyed. There'll be two, usually AI, guarding it. You kill them. You have a bunch of static bodies on the floor, a bunch of them. Make sure you hit every single one up, because like I said, these bodies can have some really nice valuables in them. Unfortunately, I haven't been getting lucky with the bodies here. It seems there's mostly either nothing or food in them, but there have been runs where I did get really lucky and got a nice valuable off of every single one. So I think it's worth checking them out and just running their pockets. But the main thing I come here are the two loot crates. They are the black crates, so they have juice. I have found consistently an MCX in the gun crate and juiced out gear in the gear crate. I found the monocle NVGs multiple times in that crate, and they go for really good money. So I love coming here. I love doing this run. It's very simple, and these two crates are always juiced. Out of all my runs, very rarely was I unhappy what I got out of it. It's either an MCX or an MP5 most of the time. After I looted the boxes and checked out all the bodies, there's one more box to pick up, and it's at the end of the road. It sits at the back of this red track right here, and this box, honestly, most of the time, this box always has gun cleaning kits and attachments, scopes. Very rarely do I actually find a gun in this box. So, all right, let's take everything we found, fly back to base, and let's see how much money we made with our quick and easy money and gear run. This is everything we got on this run. It's honestly not the best. I have way better runs on that route often, especially when I get the monocle and a nice MCX. The gearboxes this time around were a little bit underwhelming, but we did decently with the valuables. And after selling everything for that quick small run, we have made 4K. I feel like 4K on a decent run for beginners that are just going out to loot some boxes and kill some AI, and the most basic AI that should pose you no danger, 4K is a pretty decent run. I've had runs where I got closer to around 6 and 7K, but of course it's not going to be consistent. It's still RNG, so it is not guaranteed to get you rich in any way. But like I said, it's quick. You don't need anything to do it. You honestly should have these keys by the time you're like 5-6 missions into the starter town, because these keys are not hard to find. So let me know what you think about the video. Do you think 4K is a decent amount of money for a beginner run like this, or do you think it's way too little even for beginners and I need to find a better one? If you enjoyed the video, make sure you leave me a like. It would help out a lot to get this video going. Also, let me know what you thought about the video. Share your thoughts and opinions in the comments, and if you enjoyed it even slightly, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Like I mentioned, we are getting so close to that major milestone. I would cherish your soul till the very end of my life. Okay, that will be it for this one, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace out.
君の虜になってしまえばきっとこの夏は充実